What's going on, guys? My name is Mojo Kickz and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming Air Jordan 4 Infrared and everything you guys need to know about this release, as well as my resale predictions. So let's get right into it. Now, the Air Jordan 4 Infrared is set to be releasing this Wednesday, June 15th, for a retail price of $200 USD for the adult sizing, $160 for the big kid sizing, aka GS sizing, $90 USD for little kid sizing, and $70 USD for the toddler sizing. The release is currently loaded up on Nike sneakers for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via a 10-minute draw, so you do have the 10-minute time frame to fill your info in and get your entry in. It will also be releasing at a bunch of select retailers and boutiques. A majority of the retailers and boutiques will be releasing at 10 a.m. Eastern, so that will include places like Shop Nice, Kickz, Kith, and Concepts, for example. We will also have places like Atmos USA and Dover Street Market dropping at 11 a.m. Eastern. There are also quite a bit of places that currently have a raffle open for this Jordan 4, but they will be closing very soon. Some places that do have a raffle currently open are Bodega, the SNS app, and Feature. As Air Jordan 4 Infrared does come dressed in a dark gray, infrared, black, and cement gray color scheme. You do have the different shades of gray on the upper, and that light gray suede around the toe box. You also do have the hints of infrared on the branded tongue, lace locks, and the outsole. You also do have the black netting, laces, and heel, and lastly, you do have the white midsole. Now, originally this Air Jordan 4 Infrared was actually set to be releasing on June 24th, but it did get moved up to June 15th, which is now the official release date. This Air Jordan 4 has got a bunch of delays so far, and I believe it was actually set to be releasing in May. I'm expecting stock to also be pretty good. Nike sneakers will definitely be your best bet, as they will have majority of the stock, and we actually already saw sneakers exclusive access go out, which was actually last week. There was a good amount of people who got exclusive access. I'm still expecting the stock to be pretty good on release day, probably around or upwards of that 50k mark. These might be a little more limited than the Air Jordan 4 Military Black, and will definitely be more limited than the Air Jordan 4 Red Thunders, but I still think the stock will be pretty good, as recently they've been making the Jordan 4 more widely available with more stock. There's definitely going to be a bunch of W's on release day for this Jordan 4, and I believe some retailers are actually delayed as well, so you might even get a second chance later this month or next month. Now, moving on to resale for the Air Jordan 4 Infrared, resale is currently around the $250 to $275 price range depending on size, and it looks like the bigger sizes are doing better. I do expect the resale to drop a little bit on this Jordan 4 after the release, and I think resale can eventually be very similar to the Air Jordan 4 Military Black, which is around 300 plus right now. If this Air Jordan 4 Infrared is on the more limited side, then I could see it staying around that $275 to $300 plus price range, similar to the Military Black Jordan 4. If there is a bunch of stock, then I can definitely see it staying around that $250 to $275 price range, maybe even a little bit less in some sizes. Ever since we got leaks, there's been a lot of hype for this Jordan 4, and as we're getting closer to the release, I'm seeing a lot more hype as well. But I think if the stock's good, we should see a good amount of W's, just like the Jordan 4 Military Black and Red Thunders. There are some really good sites to try on release day, for example, like DSG, Finish Line, and JD Sports, and of course Nike sneakers. If you are going to be trying on YCMC, DTLR, Hibbit, or Jimmy Jazz, I would highly recommend using Shop Pay or Apple Pay, as I've seen a lot of W's using those payment methods, and it definitely seems to be the way to go for those sites. But make sure to let me know down in the comments below your guys' thoughts on the upcoming Air Jordan 4 Infrared, and what's your favorite Air Jordan 4 colorway. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button down below, and if you're new here and you haven't already, consider hitting the subscribe button. But like always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.